Jung was so radical a thinker, it's just beyond belief. Like, I've read a lot of critics of Jung, and I've always got a kick out of them because the things they accuse Jung of are so trivial compared to the things that Jung actually did that it's like accusing a murderer of jaywalking. Like, because Jung was unbelievably radical. Like, here's one of his ideas, he thought that it was necessary. He believed that psychotherapy could be replaced by a supreme moral effort. And so the moral effort would be something like aiming at the good and then trying to integrate yourself around that. And that the good at which you aimed would be something approximating what you would be like if you manifested your full potential. And that you'd have a glimmering of what that full potential was. So that would be the potential future you. And he thought of people as four-dimensional entities, essentially, that were stretched across time. And that you, as a totality across time, including your potential, manifested yourself also in the here and now. And that part of what your potential manifested itself was something like the voice of conscience or intuition. It's an amazing idea. It's an amazing idea, right? Because it's like what you could be in the future beckons to you in the present and helps you determine the difference between good and evil. It's a mind-boggling idea, and I think that it's an idea you have to contend with. And then he went further than that, and this is also a remarkable idea. He was interested in the symbolic representation of Christ, and I mean psychologically speaking, and he thought of Christ as the representation of the ideal potential human. It's something like that. So it was a symbolic, at minimum, that's what Christ was, is a symbolic representation of the ideal potential of a human being. And so for Jung, there was no psychological difference between who you could be in the future, beckoning to you in the present, and orienting yourself in relationship to Christ. Psychologically, those were the same thing.